So I got into this crypto mining app using your phone in the background to mine crypto. And when I told my friend about it, he said, "Oh, I've been in it for years." And when he opened up his phone, he found out that he had $13,000 worth of this crypto in his phone. I mean, it's quite incredible. Here's the screenshot, and the coin is called Pi. It's the Pi network. So it's an old coin, but I'm just this new guy late to the party. But what ended up happening is over the last 2 days, it skyrocketed to $54, meaning it basically doubled in his pocket to $24,000. Could you imagine just waking up in the morning and you're like, oh, I just reached into my pocket, I pull out $24,000. I was like, this is incredible. And so I'm gonna try to attempt to make the most comprehensive video on the Pi network as possible. I'm gonna be going over the price action, the origin of it, and how to transfer and make money out of it, and what can we expect in the future, and how to work through all of this, because it's a little confusing, and all these other videos are kind of outdated, and it's not really high quality. And so this is gonna be a comprehensive video for you. If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. I'm just a cowboy in the Wild West exploring crypto, and I'm just bringing to you some coins and projects that I find interesting. In 2023, I'm very interested in crypto mining, and so I've gone into some of these other alternatives to mining. I don't want to own some big thing. I don't want to have to run my energy and have this thing in the background heating up my house. And so one of these applications or things that I could do in the background that are low cost, low energy, is really attractive to me. And to be able to look at my friend and he's got like $23,000 in his account. Now there are some caveats to that before I see the comments, but I'll get to them at the end of the video here. But essentially we're talking about this thing called Pi network, okay? And you can see at the top here, let me see if I can pull that up. He has 482 Pi. Now I only have like 7 Pi or whatever, but I want to go over the origin of it. And here it is. It's $23 or $53. It was just right around here, like 26, 25 when I first got into it. And it was created by these guys who are Stanford graduates, and they wanted to make a secured network. Now, it hasn't launched yet, and this is part of the reason why it's a little iffy here. I want to go through some of the controversy so you know what to look out for and manage your expectations here. But essentially, it hasn't launched yet. It's an enclosed network. However, so the price is not the actual price. You should just be aware of that. But when we were doing the calculations, you know, our typical moon boy math, we're like, we're rich, and it's his stuff, and I'm like, I'm rich. But essentially, these guys they graduated from Stanford. They wanted to create a secure network, and so they didn't want to have to rely on expensive energy. So the idea is where you take a whole bunch of secure users and create a circle of trust around you, and that circle of trust involves KYCing, know your customer, like giving your ID or your driver's license or your passport, and making sure that you are a credible source, and then you're activating your activity on the network, and so that's how you secure. Now I don't know all the technical details or all that other stuff, but that's needless to point, right? That's essentially what is happening, or functionally what is happening rather. Now let's go over the controversy, and here's the controversy. The controversy is that it got listed on Huobi, and you see it here, right? It's trading. Here's the Pi to USDT, and so essentially you can sell Pi on Huobi. However, and Huobi announced it. However, Pi denies that they have launched on this exchange, right? The Pi network has controversy on its listing. This was in 2022. This is the beginning of last year, and this is what spiked a price. Hours later, the Pi network team noted via Twitter that the project is not affiliated with and has not authorized any listing on exchanges. So the question is, what in the world did Huobi, which is I would consider it a tier 1 exchange, what kind of coin are they listing, and what kind of scam, synthetic, artificial coin are they listing here on their network? I would not buy that. I'm not sure what that Pi coin is. It's a duplicate. It's a fake. It has nothing to do, because the real one has not launched yet. This Pi network, they are in an enclosed network, and they are not. See, look, these look kind of scam coin. Are you trying to post and all this kind of stuff? So yeah, the Pi network team announced that they are not involved with any purported listings. They warned that investors could sustain substantial losses by participating in unauthorized listings. The announcement reads, Pi is currently an enclosed network and is not approved by Pi Network for listing on any exchanges or for trading. So that means you and I have this opportunity to mine this coin that is in our wallets on the app, on that network, and it's enclosed. You can't take it out. You can't do anything with it. But I do want to show you, if you're interested, we could still mine this Pi and see, it's Thanksgiving dinner. We want to have some Pi. Let's have it. So I want to show you the intricacies on how to do it. Let me show you my phone. Now, you see some of my games here. Champions Arena is a Gala Games thing. But you see these two right next to it, Pi and Pi Browser. Let's go into the Pi app first. And so here we have Pi, and what you have to do essentially is you have to click on that little arrow or that little button every day to show that you have activity on the network here. As a contributor, you help secure the Pi transaction history by setting up your security circle. In return, you're rewarded with Pi and with a higher earning rate. Thank you for being a contributor. So if you hit this button every day, you have a higher earning rate of mining. If you don't hit it, you still mine that Pi. That's why my friend had this app on his phone, and he never did anything with it, and he wound up walking away with 483 Pi. I've seen some other YouTubers who have 13,000 Pi in their wallets. Now, they were probably original investors. They're probably hitting it every day. You ever see that Lost episode or that show Lost where that they were all freaking out about hitting the button every day? That's essentially with this, all right? So the bet is, if I invest this time, which is a very low amount of time, even just having on the app on my phone, will it be traded in the future? Will there be some kind of value to it in the future? And what will that value be? Is it going to be anywhere near $53? Because if we look back on the charts here, you could go to all time and you could see that when it was listed, that it was actually at its peak, it was like $300. Hold on, $292 on December 30th, 2022. Then of course it comes crashing down because that Pi News are like, oh, this is not us. So this is not the actual Pi. This is the synthetic version on Huobi, and you could see that the markets are down. There you could see on the left-hand side there is no circulating supply. There is no total supply. No market cap. All of that is. It's question mark. Like no one knows, right? Except for the people who run the actual Pi network. So there are huge factors that cause change in what we know as the price. So if we have the price at $300 and you have 400 Pi, you do your own calculations there. And so right now, as it stands, I only have, and we're gonna click into this because every day so by confirming your security circle daily, you contribute to the Pi network security. Okay, so my security contribution looking weak right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and mine it. And I've got someone who brought me into this. Oh, and it makes money off of ads. Okay, so it's creating money off of ad revenue as it's going on, which I think is good. Okay, I don't like ads particularly, but I can tell that there's an actual business model behind this. Like if there's people clicking that thing every day, they're watching this ad, and the Pi network is getting paid by chat on, okay, or whatever, and they're making money on this. Now that ad just made it here. Let me just get out of that. And so, yes, I'm going to keep on earning this. This lasts for 24 hours, and then you have to keep doing that. I don't like receiving notifications, but yeah, so that's what that is. That's my security circle. Now, a couple things we have to look through here. I have invited some of my friends here, and I could invite you. My link is in the description. And when you invite somebody, they get a Pi, and I get a Pi. Okay, if Pi is at $53, like we see here on the screen, now if they take my code and they just download it on their phone and they start using network, they get a Pi instantly, and then I get a Pi. Now, essentially how it's going to work is that you might think that, oh, I'm just going to create a whole bunch of false fake accounts or whatever, and then I have all this Pi going around. That's not how it happens. They have to KYC, know your customer, give you the driver's license, give you their all that information so that you can withdraw that Pi out of your account. Now, you can't do it now because it's an enclosed network, but when they go live, when the mainnet goes everywhere and they open it up to an open network, then you're able to withdraw. Until then, the KYC is very important, and I would assume that because that's how you secure the network. That's how you make sure that everyone who's securing the network is, a verified, real live person, and that's I think that's what's important there. So let's just continue to go through here. You can see that I have 6.5 pi. I'm mining pi at 0.02 pi an hour. And yeah, you could click on that little people thing, and you send them an invite, and you can invite whoever you want. This is all free, right? It has no effect, and if anything, if at the very minimum, if you send the invite and they accept it, then you get a pi, and then they get a pi, and if that's $53, it's a free $53. And who knows where that price is going to end up. I'm going to give you my predictions in the future, and then you're just adding more people to secure the code. So people on the network right now, I think they said there's about 500,000 people on the network. Can this go to 1 million? I would assume that the more people that go on the network, the more demand for pi, the more people are mining this thing. Essentially, if you're trading pi, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't have this on your phone, even if it's just to collect 0.01 pi an hour in the background. You never ever have to think about it. My friends had it for 2 years. And so this video is great because it takes it from the perspective of me, who just got into it 2 weeks ago, to my friend who got into 2 years ago. He came back, and now he's got almost 500 pi in his account, which is fantastic. Now you could invite devs to build apps on their network, and that I guess is helpful. But here's where you'd have to go. If you go to mainnet right here in the top left-hand side, you could see that there's transferable balance to mainnet. That's how much is unlocked for me, because that's the people who I invited KYC'd. This is unverified amount. I cannot transfer this out when the network goes live. And so those two are very important amounts to take into account. Now, there is a checklist here that you should go down, and you can see that I've created each one of these down the line. I have not submitted my KYC application yet, and the reason why is because I'm very protective of my data. So until, and this is my strategy personally, until that mainnet goes live, I'm not submitting my KYC. You never know in crypto. It could be totally dangerous. This could be all just one big long ruse or rug pull or farce. This could be, who knows? But if this doesn't go live, I don't want something like that, a failed project, having my my information for free, for nothing. And so I want to be sure that before I get to that, I want to make sure that they go live, and then I'll KYC. If I take the loss, then I take the loss. Now they also have something called and so actually you see all the rest here, right? They also have boosters that are available to you. Configure your lockup rate, and it's basically like staking. You just lock up a percentage of your pi. You can see I'll lock up 50%, and then lock up durations for like 6 months, a year, 3 years, and it could increase the amount of pi and crypto that I'm mining. Right now, I have it as the minimum, and the reason why is because if it goes live, I want to be able to withdraw my money and sell or do whatever. I just want options. So the flexibility is more important to me than the mining of it. But depending on when you think they will go open and live, and we could make some predictions, that'll determine how much you want to lock up. Now, if you go into Pi Browser, which is their the browser side of this network, you could get your options here, and this is what's going to be needed for you. Okay, thanks for your interest in applying Pi KYC. A slot is not available at this time. So yeah, so also sometimes slots are not available. My friend who was found the 483 pi in his account, the slot opened up for him, which is great. So let's see if so here you have the chat with Pi. I don't really care about that. The wallet, you just go in here and you create a wallet and unlock with the seed phrase. I can unlock with my face too, but I'm not going to do that. And there's nothing in there, right? There's nothing. And then here's the KYC part, right at the bottom left-hand side. And as far as I can tell, every time I've tried, a slot has not been opened up. But the second or third time my friend has tried, it opened up. I'm not sure if it was because he's had it for a long-standing time or whatever. But that's just kind of that's how that works. Now, if we go back to here, let's make some predictions here. Okay, this Pi network, it hasn't launched yet, but it's already being traded on different exchanges. I think that Pi can, and there's been some predictions of like $300 Pi or whatever. I think it's actually going to go down. I think a logical price point would be less than $10 to start. And the reason I think this is because one, for instance, is the scammy coin. I would not take $53 at face value, and I hate to just be kind of a Debbie Downer here. I don't know what the circulating supply is, but if we have 500,000 people on online, let's see here. Let's do some Moon Boy math here for us. So if we have 500,000 users, and let's just say like everyone has one Pi, right? If Pi was $23, or let's say $53 for current standing, that would mean the market cap of Pi is $26 million. That doesn't make sense, right? That's if everyone has one Pi, that doesn't make sense. And you saw how easy it is for me to get more than one Pi, okay? So let's say 500,000 users, and we all had 6 Pi, like me, right? 6 Pi, 500,000 users times 6 Pi times $53. That would mean that the market cap is $159 million. That's silly. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. And I would not bet that it would be $1. That's for that reason. I don't think it's gonna be $1. I mean, maybe, crypto's crazy. I have no idea what it could be. I think it's gonna be in the cents. So I would just prepare to look at this and invest with a cents in mind for each Pi. But at the end of the day, it doesn't hurt anybody, right? I could be totally wrong and off base. I could be way off base. It could be $10 and you're walking around with $1,000 in your pocket. Especially if you just download this app, click my link. I get a Pi, you get a Pi. It's win-win. It's win-win all the way around, and you don't have to do anything. Now I'm trained like Pavlov's dog, and I'm like hitting that button like like I'm Desmond or something from Lost. But I don't see any downside to this, especially when you don't KYC. If you KYC, I see some downside there. You're giving away some of the most vital information. But I would not KYC until it goes live, until it stops being an enclosed network. Let me know what you think about Pi. All the links are down in the description. I would love for you to just join my security circle. I'm not doing this. I'm not sponsored or anything. It's just something that I was interested in mining, and this is what I came across. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.